Mike Lambert, and what we're going to do in this video is give you some concepts and techniques on using a knife against another attacker who has a knife. Now, you never, ever want to get in this situation if you can help it, okay? Because if someone is coming at you with this, I don't care if you have one of these two, it's dangerous. You're probably going to wind up getting hurt. So the simplest thing to do is get away if you can. If you get into a confrontation, you're going to want to know what to do. And that's what we're going to show you today. At least some ideas as to what can happen to you. Or what should actually happen to the other guy in reality, not what happens to you, we hope. But this is a lot of mass. There are a lot of small knives out there, folders, and they're okay for cutting and doing utility stuff. If you're going to fight with something, you want something that's heavy and has a guard on it so your hand doesn't slip down. Remember, there could be blood flowing. If you have something without a guard, you could slide that over the blade yourself. And when I hit with this, you want to make sure the mass will break whatever you strike. Okay? That's going to eliminate you have to do more moves than is necessary. If I break something and cut through to the bone, the fight's probably going to be over. If not, then I go on to my next move. But when I crash down with this, it's just like a weight. Okay? You can cut, okay? You can stab, strike. You strike to the side of the blade. That's why you want something with some mass. Maybe you don't want to really maim this person, but you want to disarm them. This will usually do it without having to cut off limbs, skin, bone, tissue, nerves, and all that good stuff. Okay? What we're going to do now is show you some of the moves you can use against different attacks. Whenever you're doing these, use a training knife. No live weapons. That's how people get hurt. It's stupid. This is bad enough, and my training partner can tell you that I've hit him with this, just tapping him with this plastic knife, and his hand will open up and the knife will fall out. So you don't need a steel weapon in order to do this. Basically, we'll start off with just some basic motions if the scarf comes in. Okay. If I'm in a fighting position with my right hand forward, and I've got my blade here, another thing I guess you ought to stress is when you're holding the knife, people hold the knife like this. If you'll notice, when you do that, it's in the soft tissue of the hand. If you hit something hard, that tissue is going to collapse. Okay? So you want to try to hold the knife so that the blade is in alignment with the knuckle. You're going to find that when you hit hard, okay, that's not going to make this happen to your blade, okay, which means it's pointing back at you, which is not a good thing. Okay? So when you're working this front hand grip, try to put the knuckle over top in alignment with the blade. Okay? That's going to keep it flipping back on you. Okay? If he comes in with a straight stab, okay, move off. One of the other ideas is get off the line of attack. Don't, okay, do this. Shooting in, moving, comes in again, same thing, moving. Get off the line of attack. Okay? If he comes with a circular cut here, okay, still get off the line of attack, okay? Same thing, just coming in with a downward angle this way, okay? Get off the line of attack. Okay? Don't stay here and do this dual him in right in front. Doesn't matter, okay? If he comes with a straight shot and I'm not there, that makes a big difference in what I'm going to do. I don't have to worry about my hands being quite as fast because my body's going to help compensate for that. If he comes with an overhead attack, okay, same thing. Get off the line of attack. Okay? These are all kenpo concepts. We're not going to stand here. Depending on our hand speed, then do this. Move this mass out of the way. Because if this hits it, you got a problem. Now, first one, if he comes in with a straight shot to the body and I shoot up, okay, I'm going to hit you. Now, if there's some pain here, Mr. Garth is covered. Okay, in actuality, okay, I'm going to break that bone. Okay? So I'll move off the line, I break it, okay, straight up to the throat. My other hand is coming in and checking and covering. I'm hoping that again this knife is going to fall out. I can hit here. What I actually like to do, and we can't do because of the pads, is hit into the thumb, okay? Take this thumb right off. Okay? That's going to open his hand up. Actually, both of these will, but if you take off this thumb, you're going to have a hard time grabbing the blade. Okay? So again, shooting in, hit, okay? Grab, slice up. Now, ordinarily if we were doing open hand, we would hit, we would chop. If I hit here now, okay, on the way up, take the bicep off. Then if I need to go this far, cut him through. And this way, drop him down. This is mainly just to keep it from flopping. If the knife is still there, which it should not be, then you still want to keep control of this. turn. Okay, so again, he's coming in, strike, slice, take, right, carve and roast, cut it up, and cut right through it. Okay, and if necessary. And don't forget about your natural weapons. You have another hand and you have your feet. Okay, that's going to make a difference too. They'll come into play. If on that stab again, as I go off the line of attack here, I hit and I grab here. Maybe I want to shoot him with this, but I want to twist in. Okay, I can hit, take out his leg at the same time. Okay, shoot, cut off his lip again, shoot down, and cut through here. So now we cut the arm twice. Okay, it shoots off, boom, shoot. Okay, drop back, shoot. Don't forget these natural weapons come into play. And then from this side again, off the line of attack, okay, shoot, and I cut through, bam, okay, drop. And again, if you need this, necessary. Okay, this time we're going to work with the backhand grip. Now, if you have a double-edged knife, be careful with bracing this against your forearm. It's going to cut you. Okay, that's why I like a blade that only has the false edge sharpened and the full edge on this side. Yeah, it's nice when you have that option, but if you're working backhand, you want to cutting your own forearm, which is not a good thing. This way you keep the false edge away. So he comes in now, move off the line of attack again. Okay, this time I cut through this way. Then come right back in, shoot in. Check into the leg and the arm, shoot through, if necessary, come back in. Keeping this check, even if he doesn't have the knife, I still want to check. His height, width, and depth are checked off, driving right through. Okay, and again, moving off, shoot right through, drive down, drive this, shoot in. This is all checked. The arm's checked in. If he has the knife, and I would work the wrist too, not. Okay, and again, pull through. Come again, but I'll have my knife in the back this time as he comes. Okay, I'm going to shoot around. Okay? This time, I still want to try to hit this, shoot underneath, grab here. That's one of those reasons why I don't want to sharpen both sides. I've cut, I've come through, blocked. Just skin the forearm right down to the wrist. I'm still checking the leg out in case it's necessary. Shoot from that point and work on it from there. So then coming in, shooting off. Okay. Shoot to this point, bring this other hand. Grab, pull, slice down, pull, control, and down. And if you need to. He's coming in. We're working in form, okay? If he sticks it out there, okay, that's because he wants you to hit it. Okay, that tells me this is what he wants to give me. If I hit this forearm, and I don't care where it is, there's tendons, nerves, muscles, bone, whatever I hit, okay, it's going to be cut. That's going to release this. You have the flexors and extensors through the arm. One makes the arm open, the hand open. One enables it to close. We start cutting those off, it's not going to work anymore. So it's just a matter of the hand it's going to go. Okay, so we're shooting this action off the line. Now, he's going to come around the diagonal cut to the side of the neck. Starting in this position. Okay. As he comes rolling in, boom, okay. Now what we're going to do is change ranges a little bit. Okay? Okay. Cutting. Burying this, cutting through. Pull right through into the arm, slice. You need that in that point. So now we're going inside of his body. The circular motion, boom, okay, allows you to mirror that motion. Okay? I can still do the same thing. Twist, drive. As long as I stay here, his knife is trapped, okay? I'm not too concerned with him doing anything from that point. Can you use your knife?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Just check. Can you slice his arm so he can't get it? Now, I can just step around, okay? But the power of this weapon is out here. So if I move inside that, you right into a twist. And this is all one motion. This will take him down through and control. Just don't let this slide out. Okay, I intend to use more money than that. thing, he comes around again with that diagonal shot, okay? I'm not using arm, okay? I'm going to shoot your body. Okay? I can shoot in here. Now, this arm is also, okay? I want to hit that arm. That's just an open hand shot. Slow it down. So if I hit the body, slice through. As long as you're controlling this, okay? That position. Now, you could also, okay? Even if you don't check it so much, if I put this here, that's going to cut off his range. Now, some people may say, well, then he's going to come back in to fight, okay? With this in his midsection, just make sure you turn it over, okay? So that we're cutting in between the ribs in case we get up to the rib cage and not into the abdominal area, okay? But I'm going to turn this blade over just in case. Some people say may experience some suction getting the blade out. Two schools of thought, yes, some no. If you hit and do a cut a little bit, that will open up the gap in him, and it'll enable you to get out a little faster. Okay, so that is pulling it out and pull back at the same time. So cut, make that gap wider, and get it out. Same thing, it comes around with that diagonal cut again, and again moving in, okay? Okay, see that? That's the femoral. Okay, which means he's going to bleed to death really quick. Still controlling this. So again, I'm absorbing and shooting in. You can get two. Mark these points if you need to, depending on the blade. Whenever you hit the body's going to pull into itself because of the pain. So he's going to collect. He's going to collapse. Okay? So all kinds of things. I'm not worried about his other hand, because if I need to, I can work this. This is also, remember, okay, this is going to be a strike. Okay, the thing that's helping now is the pads. Slice. Oh, shoot, okay. Back. Okay. To the tip. Control. If another attack, overhand, he comes down to stab on top. I'm going to go up the line of attack, okay, but at the same time, hook over top, open end triangle, okay? Hook this, okay? And as you drive it down into his leg with that momentum, push in, again, you have the femoral. Keeping this checked, work, just right off the body. And through, throw it again, keeping this checked off. Just drop into your wide heel, control that. Again, he's coming slowly, off the line of attack and hook. That open end here is going to lock that in place. At the same time, I don't want to stop this momentum. That'll keep him from coming back into me, especially when I get this involved. Reach, cut. Make sure you don't stab yourself in the leg. Pull, and if necessary, again, cut it. Okay, this leg right here is checked off. You can't scoop kick. All you can do is fall. Not crush it. If you get caught, okay, we're working. And he's going to come around with it sliced across the neck, straight across, try to cut my throat. Okay. Now I have nothing else, okay? Back up. Okay, now you got to watch because that is the strength of the weapon. Okay? But if I step back off the line, I can drop. He's going to cut me here. He's close enough to cut me. If I drop into a wide heel, going forward, okay, I'm still here. But at the same time, okay, I hit that bone. Okay? So before he comes in, okay? Okay? That I can always shoot back into him if I have to. Depending on what happens to the knife. It's probably going to fly. Remember, these are not self-defense techniques. This guy's got a knife, he's going to kill you. Unfortunately for him, you're better than he is. So you're going to go home and he's not. That's the way the game's played. Same thing if he comes in for a low jab and I can't do anything else. Do that same action. Okay. Fall back. Okay. Once that's going to break that bone. As you notice when I'm hitting, I'm slicing to myself. Okay, so I hit right on through. Hopefully it's got that thumb. Shoot in. Bury this if you have to. Down inside. So just moving away, as long as you know your distance from timing, okay, is good too. Again, the strength of the weapon is out here. You don't want to do this if you can help it, okay? But Mr. Garth comes in left-handed. There's some left-handers out there. He's going to stab me in the midsection. Also, I attack, slice. Cut right through. The same thing, you can still collapse on this, okay? Slice. Slice up again, and in two. Control. Okay, again, left-handed. Off the line of attack. Same time. Notice he's giving me, that's borrowed force. I'm going to just take that, cut that muscle right off. Remember, I need to do this point. Show up funny. Using a nice water, control, necessary. Take it out. Not you having control, nothing else. Same thing, left-hander comes straight in again, okay? Same thing. Hitting, slice. Hopefully down, right to the thumb. Okay? Let's see what happens in that point. But you can move in or not. Controlling. So anything you do to this arm is coming. Okay? That's a hard pad. That's his bone. Okay? Bone, slice. Right on down through. Especially if I hit, it makes a little curve. Shoot right. Okay? Okay, control. Whatever necessary to control. Take off this arm. Okay, the next one we're going to do, again, is for a stab to the abdomen, okay? But we're going to be in this position as it comes in, okay? I'm going to step back, okay? Off the line, I'm going to hook and try to drive him past my body. And as I do that, she's right back in again, okay? So I cut through from this point off and take out this leg. Okay? Again, necessary. So I want to get in, I want to get through him, boom, shoot, and then go. The fight should be over at that point. Cutting. Off the line, this open-end triangle. Hooks. I'm hoping to hook and pop the elbow. Then my body could actually, I could hit or slice. And if I slice, I want to slice all the way down and through the spine, hopefully, as I do that motion. Okay? I slide back in. That allows me to take out that calf. Okay? Okay? Again, coming in. Shoot. Okay? Shoot. Checking off. You don't want to be in a prolonged, he comes in, prolonged situation. If you want to do something, go. Get out of there. You want to stand there. The longer in, better chance you got of being cut with this. Okay, now we're both in the fighting position. Right leg forward, right hand forward. Now maybe I feel I want to be offensive. I want to get out of here. Ordinarily, okay, hear that sound? Okay, that would be his knuckles. Okay? But I'm going to work to here. Shoot right in. Checking. Stabbing, checking the leg at the same time. Again, that should end it. If not, on the way out, cut through it a second time. So my first motion is shoot. Just hitting back, but that'll make him let go. So when you're practicing, shoot right in. Just checking in. So always drive right through him, finish him off from that point. So, on the other side, think of this as when you come, also when it's out here, it's not pushing, okay? It is step, snap. That's what's going to make him let go. Shoot, cut. Again from here, if I need, down. Right on through. Another thing is, again, is he's coming in with the straight stab again, shooting off before we did that backhand grip. As he comes in this time, okay, we're shoulder, pull off the side. As you shoot through, control up. Okay? Controlling that. He can't use his knife, it's too far away. Even if he has it still in his hand. Which hopefully he doesn't. Cut through. So my motion is from here. Again, every time this is out, I try to hit it, blast it, shoot right off. This time I go over top of his arm. I may go underneath his arm. Doesn't matter. Wherever this goes, as long as it's checked at the elbow, So this can't happen to you. It's an odd shot, but there's a chance. Checking here, he can't do that. Okay? If I'm doing this, he's probably not going to want to do that. Okay? So again, coming off, shooting back here, shooting in, whatever. One marks, up, control. Where we're at. So remember, if you stab straight in, get off the line. Stab straight in, get off the line. At the same time, get off the line, one behind. Take it off the line. In that position. Best thing is just keep drilling. If he comes down in a diagonal shot, okay, what can you do? Comes again. You can do that. You can meet it, comes one more time. Meet it, or as he comes in, you go with it. I go with it. Depending on your distancing and timing. So straight in again, off, here, off again, off again. It's natural. Go back to one more overhand. The first one we did, we hooked on the outside. This time we're going to have our blade in here as he comes in, okay? This is going in to the armpit. Okay? Hopefully I'm going to take right through the bicep. Okay? So I'm timing this again. Okay? If I'm off the line of attack, he's doing this. I shoot in, okay? Pull. Get back. Slice. So that's another way to catch him off guard. You could actually go, come in. You could go right to the shot. Again, depending on one of the philosophies is, are you willing to get cut? Okay? That means that no matter what happens, if he comes in, I know, okay, I don't have a problem with taking that chance of doing my technique 100%. And that's what you have to do. You can't play around. If you're going to be in this fight, I want to make sure this guy, he's down, and that's the end of him. So now he's going to come by with a straight shot, and he'll come back and we'll cut that. Now, maybe I didn't cut him deep enough for some reason, because I backed off and caught it. So he comes back and shoot. When you get here, you still want to check this at the same time. Okay? This, in an open hand situation, may collapse into an elbow if I was close enough. If you look right here, though, you'll notice that is actually caught on the back end of his knife, so we can't do that. But I still want to be aware of it. Maybe, boom, boom, shoot, check, drive again. Okay? And again, you can go back to the cutting, slicing into the forearm if you want. This is, if you can get a guy in this position, you've got his whole body checked off. If you sink here, he's gone. Okay? Just work on him and do whatever's necessary from that point. Still up myself now, so. Okay? I got it. Comes in, I shoot. Whoa, down, check. He's locked, okay, into himself. Not a whole lot he can do from that point. Okay? If I can go down with him, that's fine. I can still work on it from that point. Okay? Kelly's timing. If he comes down in the diagonal, okay, cut this way, still got to watch for that same motion. On there, he may come back up on the same plane. You can do the same basic thing. Shoot, get underneath. Make sure both hands get involved. Okay. Make sure you whack this and control. Some people, there are 9 basic angles of attack. So you want to look at all those slowly and see what you can do as far as going with the attack. If he came this way at a diagonal down across my body, and I step back, just catch that. Now in that instance, I'd have a hard time going around here. But if I had no other choice, and he came, still striking with that bone with my body. Okay, and I can always shoot back in. If the knife's there, then I still have to deal with that. Because he's not going to leave there, he's probably going to come in a second time with that, and then we get into it again. So it comes, you still go work and cut. Okay? You're afraid to control it. Okay? Let that go. Most of the time, probably 90%, if you get something straight, okay? This shot, you're not going to have to deal with this anymore. Okay? You know that If he comes in with a straight punch, okay, when we work this, that's going to, the arm is dead. Okay, same principle. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the knife. So now I'm not adding mass, I'm cutting and driving. Whenever I hit, slice. I want to try to take that piece of meat and flip it back. Okay, and that's what you want to see. You know yourself. You ever cut yourself in the kitchen or anywhere? The first thing, that's what you do. You go to the pain. Okay, and if somebody's coming in full bore and nails you, and you're giving him energy to work with, big problem. Okay? You're not going to think about anything except for screaming. Okay, now this is an instance, as you hope never happens to. You're out there and you know there's going to be a fight. All of a sudden, this guy gets your attention and he grabs his hand. Okay, what do? Okay, before he can come in, okay, you want to get off the line of attack, but you want to rotate this. As you rotate this around, go shoot right on through. And again, he can't come with the other hand because you got his width pinned off. And then again, take off as much as you need to stop the situation. So whoa, rotate. As I step back, the reason I want to step back is because it gives me a little more angle to do this. Okay? If I want, I can get this hand involved. He's right in a wrist lock, shoot down and through. Now, if he grabs, as he starts, you rotate and the hand is coming, okay? Shoot off this, the other hand comes, shoot right in. You can still get that hand, okay? Come back out and shoot in again. Rotate and come back into position, just in case. Again, if he grabs the wrist, rotate, the other hand comes, shoot. Okay? Again, that's that bone again. Okay? And then I can stab, I can hook. Okay? Shoot and pull. Okay? And that's the end of that. Okay? So hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's pretty simple. It's just like if he grabs my wrist, open hand. Okay? Same principle. Okay? Now I've got something to bury into the wrist, and then, of course, slicing this down as far as necessary. So always drive to the floor and control. Okay, work from that point. Now, if we're in a fighting position, his knives are out in the front. Some people tell you to do that to the blade. See how I pulled him back? Okay, earlier we did it. We hit on the hand. Okay, wrist, the hand, shoot the knife. But it has to be a quick snapping motion because as soon as you do, you want to be in. Okay? Turn this over, bury it, keep it in check. So be aware of that too. Again, it's always quick snap. Bury this in. Shoot from that point. Okay, now you may have people who have trained in other arts who just they got this knife in their hand, are not sure what they're going to do. There's some people who like to kick. Okay? Now, if he throws a kick at the stomach before he stabs with the knife, okay, we still want to get off the line of attack and strike. As the knife comes, rotate right in. When I rotate up around, I can hook, go right into the shot, drive it to the shoulder, keeping control of this, again, and shooting in. I step off, hit, shoot here, up to the throat, or right into the arm, okay? Control, drive. Stay with him, and cut. You can always take this away if you need to. So you can still do the same motions. Now you may, if his leg's up, when you hit, you may really cut this angle off because this is going to do that to his leg. Okay, if I bury this in, circular motion, that's what's going to happen. So he's going to have a hard time using the knife, okay? But it's still here on this side of the body. Okay, so I still want to be aware in case I need to. Check it off. There may be some instances where you don't want to carve this gentleman up who's trying to stab you, so there are some alternatives. Scars comes in. Okay, we're working with a blade most of the time. Now we're going to work with the back of the handle. Again, he comes in with that stab. Get off the line of attack. Okay, instead of slicing this time, hit this. Okay, right down on that bone. Break that bone. Again, capturing from here instead of cutting. drive into the side of the neck. Control. These two motions, this break and this striking the side or up into the jaw, will control them. Okay? And again, this should make, just like this, should make the knife release. Okay? When the knife falls, wham, wham, you got to control them again. Going from that point. If not, you can control. Same thing from this side. Again, remember the most important thing, get off the line of attack. Okay? Shooting in here, wow! Just control. Again, didn't have to cut them, but I have the option in case I do need it. Control the weapon. Same thing, coming down with that diagonal strike, okay? Getting off the line again. And shoot in again, same principle, from this point. Okay? Shoot in, shoot through. Yeah, control. Again, having the option to cut if I need it. Getting inside. Shoot. Now this, trying to use my form, this is going to be the back end. Shooting in. So for the same motion here, circular motion coming in, hitting it again, shooting in. Okay, you guys know delayed sword, same motion, controlling from here, instead of cutting, hooking. Back, right into the neck. Control, control, control. Force. Getting down. If he comes in again, we can go to the outside. Same thing we did before, instead of cutting. Okay. Shoot in with the handle. Strike in. Okay. Shoot in with this point. And from here, I can dig strike. So do the same circular action, okay? Just coming in, this is going to hit that. And dry, okay? You always have the option, just by pulling through, to cut the man if you need to. Those two shots again should take him out. Again, controlling and striking. It's like a hammer fist. We'll look back. Okay, that's going to give you some basic ideas at least of cutting, stabbing, striking, and hitting with the butt, which is very vital. Okay, in case you don't want to kill this guy. Now, the things to remember as he comes in, okay, off the line of attack. Okay, either inside or outside. Even if you're open hand, okay, you would still get off the line of attack. Okay, in kenpo we call this moving up the circle. Okay, same principle. Okay. Once that happens, okay, at the same time, that motion is going to be striking at the same time. So when I move off, okay, this strikes this because it's sticking out there. It's the first thing that's coming into your line. So when I hit it in control. Okay, same thing on the inside. It comes in again. And that way you can go through your motions from that point if you need to. This should disarm the man. Okay? If not, make sure you're aware this other hand's going to come into play because you can still manipulate this and work on this back from here and still work with it. Same with overhead. Okay, again, I'm shooting off line of attack. Okay. Also, don't get too far away because that gives him options to work on. Okay. So I'm going to stay in tight. Control it. I'm going to control this guy. There's a lot of things you can do from here. Those are basically the main ideas. Also remember how a knife works. Okay? For a second. Okay? Anywhere that I travel, wherever my hand goes, there's a chance of cutting. By the same token, anywhere I guide his hand, there's a chance of him cutting mid. That's why I'm trying to check in here. A lot of times open hand will check here, but with a knife, that could happen. So you want to check a little lower, get at the elbow, into the form. Don't watch this, because this could happen. He has that leverage. Right at the joint, or below, he doesn't have either one. So you've got control him pretty well. This is pretty well here. You can always work on it from that point. So watch your checking. You have to change that a little bit, because he has this. With a fist, this is not going to hurt you. With a knife,